welcome to the Man United show. We are live. And is that a Christmas hat I can see on? Is this Father Christmas? The Manchester United version? Is that... There we go. Not quite. Nearly.
Just
quite.
Holding in the earphones, mate. Just holding in the
earphones. There we go. Practicality. It is the Manchester United all-time select 11 from the Premier League era. I've even found a selector with legit Man United players in it. I'm not doing any typing. Sky Sports did me a favour here. Appreciate that. We've got a full crowd on, full team on, and we've got Natalie joining us in a bit. We've got none other than Nathan Ellington. How you doing, Nathan?
All good. Got my popcorn ready. I'm all good.
It's to show everyone what it is. If we can get some advertising money from it, so be it. But here we go. What is this? Popping candy, M&M's mini.
That's the third bag.
Look how much that is. Ridiculous.
Shut up.
£5.49.
Oh, that's one
Don't make me turn this into a cooking show because I will. What are you? Hey, you know, you could just buy a bag of M&M's and a bag of popcorn.
Yeah.
Melt some chocolate, pour it in there. It's £2-3 less.
It's not the same.
No, it is the same. All right, we'll move on from that. Anyway, we've got Fabio in the room. How you doing, Fabio?
Not bad, Kieran. How you doing?
I'm good.
You're good.
And we're joined by Garth as well. How you doing, Garth?
Yeah, I'm also good. Cheers. Thanks very much.
I know Garth has been. He's had the notepads out. He's sending me messages about what's the formation. He wants heads up. He's talking about he's going to bring something different to this. He said, "This is it. I'm going to show the world what a real Select 11's about." So calm yourself down, because that person always gets upset. That person always gets upset.
This is going to be tough.
All right. First of all, this is the key bit. This is the bit that's going to have people arguing the most. The formation. What is... Already arguments happening. I can see Garth's face just dropped. He's ripping up the notepads.
I've gone 4-4-2 in the end. I've gone 4-4-2.
You don't want to go 4-3-3? 4-4-2?
No, you won't be able to fit the people you want in if you play that.
4-4-2.
It's so tough. But I think 4-4-2 has been the go-to formation for the most part for United. So I think it's only fair to stick with that 4-4-2.
All right. Let's get this underway then. First of all, before we get started, we've got Stephen in the room. Stephen, Arsenal fans. I think the pod was so good last night. Stephen wants more of it. He wants to see what the Man United show's got to offer. Appreciate your support here, Stephen. Before we go on, please hit that like and subscribe if you are new to the pod. If you're watching on Facebook, come over to KS1 TV or change your settings so that we can see who you are. You can join in the chat as well. All right. First and foremost, the goalkeeper. Do you want to see the names, or if you've got the names, you know you want? Nathan.
It's good to see the names as well, but I know who's going in goal.
All right. Let's pull up the names.
I hope we do.
See, here we go already. It's happening. All right. Who we got? First of all, the list is here. We've got in here Edwin van der Sar, Peter Schmeichel, Fabian Barthez, or David De Gea, a.k.a. Dave Saves. First of all, Nathan, who's your favourite out of the lot there?
It's got to be Peter. Peter is my guy. I know I love Edwin van der Sar as well, but Peter was my guy. When I was growing up, mate, this guy, he was saving everything. You trying to get me back here, Steve?
Revenge.
Listen, pilot. Listen, captain. Chill out. I think Peter Schmeichel, he's the main man. The way he was a star, jump saves and all that stuff, and he was just the main man back in the day. I just looked up to him so much as one of the best keepers in the world. Actually, the best keeper in the world, I felt at the time. Obviously, Buffon was there. I was a bit biased, but Peter Schmeichel.
Peter Schmeichel. All right, Fabio, who have you gone for out of them, the four there?
I thought we were just going to skip this section, and it was like a given. And it was like,
it is, but you can't do that. You know, like when you're on a game show and they know the answer. Like, okay, what do I add to tea? Is it a tea bag? Is it coffee granules? Oh,
I want to know how Bartes.
You've got to play the game.
How did Bartes make this list?
Exactly. I don't know what he's doing there.
Who else is going to be there? Andy Gorham? Like, who else
Go
is
with
going
Van
to
der
be
Gaal.
there?
Put Van der Gaal in there.
You can't put Edwin van der Gaal. You can't put Edwin van der Gaal. Who else could be in there?
Steve Bruce? Anybody?
Roy Carroll.
It's not him.
Rio once played in goal.
John O'Shea kept the clean sheet. John O'Shea kept the clean sheet, didn't he? So
listen, that game against Arsenal, not bad. When Bartes did that against Arsenal, that's it. It's out. It's not.
I think that was him. That was him done.
Yeah. No, Schmeichel, for me, Schmeichel, hands down, Schmeichel, leadership, unbelievable goalkeeper.
Right.
Yeah, definitely Schmeichel.
Yeah. We're talking about one of the greatest of all time, Peter Schmeichel, as well.
Yeah.
Garth's got a massive smile on his face like he would have picked someone else. Garth, come on, play the game. Who would you have picked out of that?
look, you know me, and look, that's my era. Schmeichel's my favourite, but Edwin van der Sar for me was a better goalkeeper, so I went with Edwin van der Sar. But lost it 2-1. Yeah, lost it 2-1 already.
I mean, it's not a bad one.
No, Peter Schmeichel was one of my favourite.
Edwin is good, yeah.
King Eric's gone for
King
Peter
Eric,
Schmeichel.
please spell his name properly. Thanks. Sorry, mate.
Mate, trolling over here.
Pride myself on spelling his name correctly as well, but I used to get on the cards as well. SCHMEICHEL.
Anthony, make sure you join in as well. Make sure you're giving your 2 pence worth. Who are you going for goalkeeper? Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar, Fabian Bartels, or David De Gea? All right. So Peter Schmeichel is the first one in the team. Easy pick, I'd say. Easy pick.
Yeah.
We'll start off with the left back. The right back. Left back.
Why is he doing that?
It's giving us all the players here. We'll start off with the left back. I don't know why it's got Steve Bruce in there. Yakstad, Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, your man.
So you've got Dennis Erwin, Heinz or Evra, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the three. Yeah. Them three at the bottom.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Or Phil Neville, or Raphael's brother Fabio.
So, who are you going for? Nathan, who's your first pick?
That's a tough one. Because I love Erwin when back in the day with left foot, right foot, play right back, left back, free kicks, penalties. He was the man. But then when time moves on, obviously players became more athletic, more better. So they're probably better players in terms of their ability-wise. But what they've done for United, Erwin was a mainstay, mate. But then Evra was so good as well. And I did like Gabriel Heinz as well. Oh, such a tough one. But you know what? Something's making
Heinz, Evra, Erwin, and that's it.
Something's making me say Dennis Erwin. I just got to say Dennis Erwin. I want to put Evra, but my mind's saying Dennis Erwin. I'm going with
What's the reason for going for Dennis Erwin?
He was just like Mr. Consistency. Left foot, right foot, free kicks, penalties. He just did everything for us when he was playing there. And he was just like, you could just depend on him all the time. And I just remember him just being good. Obviously I was so young, I didn't analyze the game the way I do now, but I just remember him being such a good fullback. Left or right side. You don't normally get that, you know. He's technically very good with both feet. Great. Done the job for us.
All right.
Fabio,
who are you going for?
Dennis Erwin, definitely. Patrice Evra was a good player, very good player. But Erwin had everything. He had everything in his locker. And you want those sort of players.
Yeah, you're on my wavelength, fam. Yeah,
100%.
God, what you got for me? God,
who are you picking?
I'm so happy because I thought I was going to have to fight for Dennis Erwin over Patrice Evra.
Okay.
I knew,
Dennis Erwin. Yeah. But Patrice Evra at one point could have been classed as the world's best left back for a couple of years, but Dennis Erwin was, like you say, consistent every game. Yeah. You could count on him for everything. Yeah, Dennis Erwin for me.
I like this. I like the way this is going. Imagine we all pick the same players. It's not gonna happen.
It'll be a very quick pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well done.
Right back. We've got G. Nev, Paul Parker.
Paul
That's
Parker,
about
player.
Valencia played right back as well.
Valencia, yeah.
Oh yeah, he did play
Valencia
right back. He did play right back.
Yeah.
Oh, we had this debate before, didn't we?
Raphael.
Yeah.
And I got
Raphael
voted
was
out.
a good right back as well. Yeah.
I got voted out on this one. Let's have a little gentle reminder. I wish I could do I had like a VC guy who could just could you play back from when everyone outvoted me when I picked Gary Neville and everyone else picked Valencia? Valencia.
I wasn't there.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what? I'm actually going to say something here about Valencia because he was a pace merchant. He could get down the wing. He couldn't cross the ball too well. But obviously, if he had Van P on the end of any ball that touched him, he scores anyway. So he continued getting assists them years when he was playing. But in terms of ability, if I was picking a right back right now, in their prime, I would pick Valencia just because he's much more athletic. He just was strong. No one really got past him. When he was playing right back, he was on it for us. I felt he did really, really well. But when you look at things, in the overall picture, Gary Neville was what he says, what it says on the tin. He got up and down, energy, and you knew what to expect from him. And we won everything when he was playing. So it can't be fair to put Valencia ahead of him, to be fair. I think Gary's going to just pip him based on the amount of things he's won for me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Gary Neville there ahead slightly.
All right. Valencia, 2 Premier Leagues, 1 FA Cup. Was that even with Man United? Was that with Wigan? League, 2 League Cups.
This is United. Yeah,
the Europa League.
Bloody hell. Okay.
Gary Neville.
How many?
Do we even need to look at Gary Neville? It's going to be ridiculous.
No, ridiculous.
4 league trophies,
exactly.
2 FA Cups, a Champions League.
Yeah.
He must have won more than 4. It must be 7, surely, league titles
7.
for Gary Neville. Yeah, it must be something like that, mustn't it? Surely.
Come on.
Yeah,
Fabio.
He's a good player. Gary Neville, definitely Gary Neville. I like Valencia, but Gary Neville is the one for right back. Solid leader again. And just a much better player than Valencia. Valencia had the athleticism over him, but doesn't always get you anywhere.
Yeah.
Gary Neville's the one.
Yeah. How wrong I was. Obviously, Gary Neville, class of 92, he was part of may not have been a main stake in the teams from then. However, he's got recorded as 12 league titles, 2 Champions League trophies, 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cup winners. I've not seen too many things on Transfer Market where they have an arrow to click on more. Gary Neville does.
It's gone off the screen.
Wow.
It's gone off the screen.
Yeah. So he achieved too much in his career to not put him in there. No doubt.
Was Neville quicker, stronger, no assist? Should I go on? I mean, please do. Because
this is the thing.
Neville got a few assists, didn't he? He did get a few assists, especially in the Beckham era.
He did cross.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Mr. Roy and them boys did up front. So yeah, but I know what you mean in terms of athleticism and being able to run, and stay with a man that's really fast. You're gonna look at it and go, just like that, and you might think, "Oh, let me play him." But then you'd play Raphael, you'd play everyone else, then wouldn't you? It's not always about that. So it's about, in the end, he was part of a team that defended and had great defensive records, and they've won everything. There's nothing more we can say, really. There's no way you can put him behind him.
Okay. This Gary Neville, 35 assists for Man United. Valencia, overall, I don't even know whether this is for Wigan as well, but he got 56 assists and he played right midfield as well. So,
not bad. That's what I said. I'm saying he's not far off, but obviously Gary wins it all.
I bet half of them were from mishit shots, though, no? Valencia.
the low drives across the area.
Yeah, I hated them balls. I hate them passes. It was only Van P that could get his foot on the end of him and score somehow.
I mean, that says
It's
it. That says it all,
unbelievable, that
really. Okay, so we've got Gary Neville. Centre back pairing. This one's going to be tough. We got Gary Pallister, excellent centre back. Steve Bruce, I'm sorry, Steve, but you're just not in the.
Not in this conversation. You're not in this conversation.
I know who I'm
I've got a
going
lot of
with.
time
I
for
know
Steve
what I'm
Bruce because he was
going
a very, very solid defender, but he's not in the same bracket as Jaap Stam, Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic. Yeah, even Gary Pallister.
Mate.
Gary Pallister was top defender.
Mate.
Nathan, who's your first centre back?
Big Jaap Stam, the big Dutch man. He is my favourite centre back at United of all time. He was ridiculously colossal, stopped everything, was quick as hell, massive. He's just one of the best defenders in the world. I just remember him just killing everyone. And then he even had a good partner in Ronnie Johnson at the time. He was really rapid as well, and they had a great partnership. And for me, yeah, Jaap Stam got to get in there. Jaap Stam's my first defender. He's in.
All right, Fabio,
Wow.
who are you picking for your first defender?
I'd agree with Nathan on that one. I was actually going to go for him as well. I just remember him having a lot of speed and just so solid. His strength was just he just couldn't get around him. It's like the defender you'd want on FIFA. He'd just run everything.
Exactly.
The cheat code one.
The cheat one,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take him. Jaap Stam, definitely. 100%.
Garth, who are you going for as your first
So
defender?
Jaap Stam again. I thought we'd have to fight for Jaap Stam over Nemanja, but yeah, Jaap Stam for me. He's
No doubt.
my favourite centre back as well. But shout out for Gary Pallister as well, because he used to be my favourite centre back before Jaap Stam turned up. So he was classy centre back Pallister for his time.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
But yeah, Stam was different gravy when he was at Man United. An absolute beast of a player. So yeah, Jaap Stam.
World class.
Nathan, your second defender.
It's
We
got to
need-
be Rio.
Like for anyone who
Rolls
doesn't
Royce.
understand how good was Rio Ferdinand.
Oh,
Rolls Royce. That's how good he was. He's a Rolls Royce of a defender. He doesn't even have to defend. That's how good he is. I play against him. I never even seen him on the pitch, but I never even really saw the goal either. The guy, like, you just never get a chance. Like, you never get one-on-one with him. You never get a chance to take him. Like, he's often just in the right place, and he's just getting the ball before you. And you're like, I ain't tussled with you. I've never tussled with you. What's going on? That's how good he was, mate.
Was you prepped and ready to go when you was up against Man United and you saw him on the pitch? You thought, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I had a good game, but I didn't score in one of the games when he was playing. I didn't score. I scored in the other couple of games, but that was when like Sylvester was marking me in it and people like that, so I could get the better of them. But not Rio. He's the man.
Not a chance.
You're right.
Fabio.
Yeah, I'll go
Who you
for
going?
Rio. I mean, the only bad game I've ever... Well, it wasn't even a bad game. Ronaldo.
Bellamy.
hat-trick.
Ronaldo.
It's just like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was... Watching that, it's like, wow. But he was
That's
class.
Ronaldo, innit?
Yeah. And he did,
Who can stop him?
No, he's
The only bad game he had was against one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
it.
bad.
He had a
It's
bad
not
game
bad.
against Bellamy when he was getting a bit older. I remember he was on the floor.
yeah. When his back started going. Yeah.
Oh my god, he got done that game. Bellamy tore him a new ass. But yeah, that's the only game I've ever seen him get torn up like that for pace. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Right.
good. Great
He
player.
cheated me in a race, by the way. I got to tell you what happened. Goal.
Was it? I was going to
Goal
say, was it
athletics.
the dad
He
He
race?
still remembers.
Dad
He
race.
done me over. Look, we was at the game. He was at sports day. My son's racing. He won his race, and it was time for the parents. I said, "Sorry, Rio, mate, but I'm gonna have to win this." He's in his trainers, in his jeans and everything, and he's there, and it's like, "On your marks, get set." I was like, "What the hell?" He was gone before I got off, and I'm trying to catch him, and he wins. He's like, "Sorry, man, I had to do it." I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you done
That's
me."
how clever he is. That's how.
My man was crying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He done me over. He didn't wait for nothing. He just was gone.
You think I'm going to wait? You think if Rio Ferdinand says to me, "I've got this," yeah, or if he's anywhere near the dad race, and my son's there looking at me, 2, 3, 2. I'm gone. They're gonna have to restart before I turn around and start again. Not having
it was 60 yards as well, so you can't catch him. You can't catch once he's got you, like it's just there in front of me. I was like, no,
Bring him down.
You know it. Dive, hook the leg. No one's winning. Not today. Not today, mate.
Oh gosh.
Quality.
You going for?
I recorded it as well. I'm going to try and look for it.
Please bring that up. Please.
I'm going to find it.
Yeah, find that.
Recording it, yeah.
Tell me he's got the big chat before. You can see him whispering.
He comes back. You can just see him on the screen saying, "Sorry, Nate. I had to do it." I was like, "No, bloody hell!"
Who are you going for?
Yeah, I mean Rio, obviously. A big shout out to Nemanja Vidic because he was a colossus as well. But that's just how good Stam and Ferdinand are. That you're not getting past them. You've got to have Ferdinand, classiest centre back Man United have ever had. Yeah. So possibly England's ever had. Possibly, you know what I mean? So
I'm finding it hard to think of too many. There's not too many you could really have a conversation with on that. I wasn't around Bobby Moore and all that, but Rio had the pace as well as the guy on the pitch. So
yeah, in his prime, one of the world's best centre backs. So.
And England at that time had a few solid centre backs at that time. Our partnership at the back: Rio Ferdinand, Campbell,
Terry was good there. Even Woodgate when he was fit.
Jonathan Woodgate when he first come out.
Ledley King when he was fit.
Yeah. Yeah, you say Sol Campbell, didn't you?
Sol Campbell, of course I said
Sol
Campbell.
Good defenders there. Yeah.
Central midfielders. Who we got? We've got David Beckham. That's not even there. Paul Ince, the governor. Michael Carrick, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Nicky Butt, or Roy Keane. No Fred McTominay.
Well, that's a
McFred. Yeah. I'm picking McFred.
If I see them on there, I'm deleting this page.
Oh my god, I'm glad to quit.
Nathan, who are you going for your first central midfielder?
It's got to be Roy, innit? Roy for me, he was just general. He was just a general. He could just do everything, no frills, but he just got on with the job and made sure everyone was playing their best. If anyone dropped down, you can see in his face, he'll kill you. He's not going to just shout at you, he'll kill you. So yeah, I just love the way he was. That's the kind of captain I always kind of like thought of as like the model captain for some reason in the game, obviously on the pitch. But I know what he's like as a person as well. But yeah, he was just unbelievable for us, and we needed that in our side to be able to go and fight the likes of Arsenal and stuff. He'd go to Highbury and he's picking fights with Vieira, and he didn't care. He just wanted to just smash everyone, make sure he was the man who left the pitch winning. And you knew over his dead body, is he going to lose any game? His consistency levels were ridiculous.
Did he have that fear factor on the pitch? Were their players genuinely scared of him?
Probably, yeah. Obviously because he's that hard in the tackle, 100% intensity. He's playing like it's a cup final every game, like with last 10 minutes to go, like every game 90 minutes. Like that's what you want in a player. That's what you want in all these young players coming up today. Look at the intensity. Look at that. What you want to, that kind of over my dead body spirit. That's what he had, and that's what he's got
in training as well, not just on the pitch. Yeah. In training, like the levels, different level.
Ridiculous.
Right.
Roy Keane.
All right. Fabio, who are you going for first?
Roy Keane, unbelievable player. Yeah, he could shoot. He could do everything.
Yeah, a lot of people think he was just a bosher, but he weren't that.
No, if you watch at Forest, he was. Yeah, he did the same thing. That's why United bought him. Wasn't it against Robson that he had a great game against Robson? I can't remember. Just correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure, I can't remember either.
And he was just great, man. Bring him in. Yeah, working.
All right. Garth?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. People forget because of his tenacity on the pitch, he was a proper baller as well. Classy on the ball. He didn't have the Scholes 30-yarder on him, but all the simple stuff, you know what I mean? 10-yard ball to feet balls, vision great, and his drive. You didn't see, you've never really seen another captain drive a team like that when they're down, and a Man United captain anyway, drive a team like that when they needed to drive on the pitch, you know what I mean? He knew when to do it, he knew when to give him a kick in. So yeah, Roy Keane all
and he
day.
did have there was 2 seasons that he had at Man United. I think when he just shaved his head, when he was just unstoppable. He was that. He was everything. He could score goals. He's passing. He was everything.
Is that when the rest of the team shaved their head as well? Beckham,
Possibly.
Beckham, but there's loads that all shaved their head as well. After, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
God.
right, Roy Keane is in there. Nathan, who's your other central midfielder?
You know what? Before I say it, I just want to give a shout out to Michael Carrick because he was an absolute baller, and for him
Underrated?
to not get in here, very well. I don't know if people didn't rate him, but I definitely appreciated everything he's got. He was like the Busquets, the Xavi kind of guys. For me, he was that kind of player. He's great techers, great, his awareness of everything around him, his ability to play balls into people through the lines. He could just do everything. Spatial awareness was amazing. I loved him. Absolutely loved him. And after Keane and he came in, I was like, you know what? This guy is sick. But again, he's not obviously as aggressive or crazy as Keane. So that's where Keane edged it over him. But my second player, obviously, nobody's going to disagree. It is that man, Paul. Paul Scholes, got to get in there. The guy started, I remember when he first came in the team, he was playing up front. And he played with, I think it was Mark Hughes at the time. And then he dropped back in midfield, and this guy was just spraying and scoring for fun all the time. It was like just ridiculous. And then he was doing it so consistently for so many years. Everyone started saying, listen, he's up there with the Barcelona guys, them midfielders. Their midfielders were talking about him as one of the best players in the world. So when them midfielders who know what they're doing, it's talking like that, we know we've got a player on our hands. And it's just unfortunate that stupid England managers wanted to put him on the left midfield instead of putting him in the middle. Like, it's just dumb.
What do you think that was? Because there was a lot of talk around the time that they were trying to fit in Lampard and Gerrard and Scholes, and they just opted to put Paul Scholes on the left midfield, even considering Lampard and Gerrard, neither of them are defensive midfielders. So how that midfield's going to work anyway.
Just get them all on the pitch and see what happens.
Paul Scholes wouldn't complain either. Paul Scholes was the one that wouldn't complain, so that's why he got stuck out on the left. That's what I always thought it would come down to.
Crazy though. He's the best one of the three in terms of what he could do on the ball and that. And he's put on the left. It's just don't make sense. They're all great players, to be fair, but I think Scholes would have been the best of the three in the middle there.
No, he definitely was the best of the three.
Gerrard was ridiculous though for Liverpool.
Yeah,
but I think he used to do it so well for Liverpool, but never as good for England for some reason. He did all right, but in terms of the levels, Gerrard was up there. But anyway, Lampard was as well. So.
Fabio, who you gone for as centre midfielder?
Yeah, definitely gone for
I would have
Scholes.
put him in there.
He's in.
But we got to play the game. So who are you picking?
Any chance of someone like going against the grain or what?
It's not going to happen.
I've got Anderson written down here just in case, you know what I mean? So.
I got Cleverson. I should have.
Give me a Cleverson, a bit of Jemba.
Wow. Eric Jemba.
Yeah, mate.
That's the name coming back. I mean, those Scholes scored from the corners. Those was it Villa? That's God. Just. I mean, when you're doing things like that, there's Scholes.
No touching it.
Was it his lob against Panathinaikos as well? Like that 30-yard lob from outside the box. It was a wonderful player. Wonderful player.
What would you give someone like that now?
Garth, you picking Paul Scholes then?
Yeah, Paul Scholes.
Tell us why you're going to pick Paul Scholes.
He's the best central midfielder England's ever produced, and I know a lot of people are going to be like Brian Robson. A lot of people love Brian Robson or Gazza. If you class Gazza as a centre mid, Paul Scholes by far is one of the best players I've ever seen play football. So he has to get in. He has to get in. You need him. His range of passing, his goal scoring, like you say, the goals from corners, the Bradford, the Villa, the Middlesbrough. The goal against Barcelona.
Great shout. Yeah. It was Bradford. I'm just pulling that up now.
Yeah. The goal against Barcelona in the semi-final 08, where he just picked, he was phenomenal player. But the Bradford goal, I think that's the proper sick one in it.
Yeah, that straight one volley from the corner.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But he did it a couple of times. Like he did it a few times. It weren't just, he done it a few times.
Well?
Yeah, Villa, and I'm pretty sure Borough as well. Yeah. So.
Here we go.
Oh
Bosh.
gosh.
Have that.
Oh mate.
Have that.
Yeah, I think the Villa one comes off the other side of the bar, don't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's disgraceful goals. Disgraceful goals. So
You
yeah.
gonna try that one, Nathan?
Nah. I
No?
didn't have that.
Figs
Oh,
Martin.
as soon as I was trying the Yeboah. I was trying to brother,
I
throw
scored
a
a few
tennis ball.
similar, but not like that.
Throw a
mate.
tennis
Not
ball.
like that.
It's on the volley.
Yeah.
Just to get that
Yeah.
celebration. Diego. Tony Diego. Tony DeRigo.
I know, Fab, you've done a few of those. I remember.
Yeah.
This guy is
Blindfolded.
ridiculous, mate. You don't know what this guy was up to. He'd stand
Go on.
there, the guy's running from the right, and he'd just like scoop the ball up and scoop it over his head. So I still can't work out how he did that. The guy he'd just do ridiculous stuff on the ball, and you're like, this guy is ridiculous.
Fabio, who did
That's
you
all I
play
used to
for?
think.
I didn't play for
He
anybody.
didn't go pro. He didn't go pro, but we were not pro, and he was playing. Me and him was in Tooting and Mitcham, playing like a semi-pro club. And I
Yeah,
was
but Tooting and
watching this
Mitchell's
boy.
a solid level.
Is it?
No, but they were what were they? Ryman, like
yeah.
lower level or something. But we
Come
were
on,
in the
there's
youth,
people
Yeah, that's
we were
it.
youth team.
I played for the dog. I played for the dog and duck, mate.
Yeah, on the bench as well.
Yeah, on the bench.
On the bench for the dog and duck.
The dog and duck.
10-minute cameo for Garth.
Yeah, mate. 10
He had a
minutes.
celebration a lot.
Yeah, I used to relish them, mate. Them 10 minutes. As long as we were 7-0 up. As long as we were 7-0 up.
Try, mate. Do not mess it up. As soon as he comes on, 3 goals conceded. Sub, get him off. Get him off.
Wow.
Oh my god!
I was a quality linesman, though. I was a quality linesman by the end of it. You know what I mean?
Well, I know. Flip it. Yeah. Not even ref. Okay.
No, not them leagues, mate. No, mate. No.
Nah, you get beaten up. You get beaten up. Hey, listen, don't send me off.
Yeah, not for 20 quid, mate. No way.
Do you remember, Fab? Did you come to football? I think it was Rains Park, where this black kid, he'd foul people and he'd tell the ref, "Listen, you send me off, I'll knock you out."
Yeah.
I couldn't believe
I
it.
remember that
He's
guy.
like, no. He didn't want to send him off. He didn't send him off. He's gonna punch him up. Oh my god! You send me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sunday League football.
Yeah,
What
it's the best.
advertisement that is. Brilliant.
It was funny, man. It was
All right.
funny.
Left wing. We have for some reason we've got. Why the hell have we got? Oh, we've got Ryan Giggs in there. I've got a feeling they want Ryan Giggs in there.
There's only one player.
One player.
Exactly.
Ryan Giggs.
Lee Sharp.
I was about to say Lee Sharp.
Right against Lee Sharp.
Kinchelskis when he played out there.
Oh yeah, thinking about it, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, who else is there?
Yeah, pointless.
There's Ryan Giggs and Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a surefire player.
Yeah, I mean, he
going
played
in
into
there,
his
by the way.
40s. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
who else is there?
Yeah.
Yes, but Blankfist maybe is the only Quentin
yeah.
Fortune. You got some names you could throw in there, but they're not getting in, are they? So,
That's it.
chance.
That is it.
chance.
All right. So Ryan Giggs gets in. Play against him, Nathan?
Yeah, I think so. I think he must have played in some of them games. I got to look at the team sheet again, but yeah, I played home and away. I'm sure he was involved in the squad. So not that I can remember what happened anymore. I just remember scoring a goal in the game, and not winning. So I don't know.
I mean, it was Man United,
I
though.
don't know.
Yeah.
Even Ji-Sun Park played left midfield as well, by the way.
He's not getting in there, is he?
I know.
He's not getting in there.
He's
not getting in there. He's
No.
not getting there. So by default, like one of the greatest ever players for Man United is getting in there. But he is by
100%.
default.
He's one of the world class players.
He's getting there.
And obviously,
He's getting in there.
couldn't do much for his national team, but he is still world class, mate. Absolute great left foot. Remember when he first came through and that dribbling, it's just on the end of his toe, and he's just running in and out, and making the defender like this the whole time, and that's what he used to love doing. And then he worked on his cross, and he could then just like curl balls around the corners. It was lovely to see him play, man. It's just he's a wizard. That's what they call him, the Welsh wizard. He just was a wizard with the ball, and he continued doing it. And even when he got slower, he still continued doing that inside outside cross. Like you can't stop.
He ended up playing centre mid, didn't he?
yeah, the last few years he did.
Player.
Yeah.
Ridiculous player, man. Like, we just had it. We had everything we needed in it. Look, that team picks itself.
Yeah.
And we ain't even really... that's a proper team already. The hard bit comes in a bit. The hard
I think it's next.
coming.
I'll
The
get ready
hard
for that
part
one.
bit is coming.
Yeah.
I love his right side anyway, but yeah. Go on.
Right side. We've got David Beckham. We've got, I mean, you could probably have Cristiano Ronaldo there.
Yeah. You're going to have to.
Well, I was just saying, if we're going on Premier League era, that's where he played mostly for Man United.
Exactly, and he's getting in on the right, for sure. He's in on
Look at all you greedy lot smiling like, yeah, I'm able to get...
He's in on the right.
I can get Kentner in there. I can get Ronaldo in there. Yeah. And RVP. Like greed. That's it was. That's what's on your face.
Nobody's beating this team. Nobody. No Man City team's beating this team. That's for sure.
All right. Cristiano Ronaldo. So
Can we see it?
Let's start. Nathan, Cristiano Ronaldo or David Beckham?
CR7.
And why CR7 over David Beckham?
Because he's the best player on stats to ever live. Really, he's the best player to ever live. He's not better than Ronaldo, R9. But listen, in terms of what he did throughout his whole career, he's the greatest player. Like, you can't doubt that. He's the greatest player. The guy's got so many goals, scored so many goals throughout his whole career, never really injured. Guy scores ridiculous amounts of goals. You can't stop him. How can you get 60-something goals in a season? Like, that's just a joke.
Yeah, he was never really injured, is it? That is freakish.
It's just, that's the only thing. Like, obviously, there's different words to use, isn't it? Greatest player, best player. Ronaldo 9 is the best player ever for me. Like, like him at his best, nobody is better than him ever. But someone who's the greatest, who's done the most body of work, Cristiano Ronaldo. And then you've got the Messi of this world, and obviously other players as well, like the Pelés and all that, and Maradona. But seriously, you can't put Cristiano up against Beckham. Beckham was sick, but it's Cristiano you're up against. So there's no fight there. There's just no chance.
All right, Garth. I'm praying on you to fight Beckham's corner, even if you do pick Cristiano Ronaldo. So pull up some stats, mate.
Mate, you might as well give me Jordi Cruyff to fight with.
What? Come on, David Beckham is so underrated.
No,
Underrated.
We're talking about Ronaldo. We're talking about Ronaldo.
When they talk about Beckham, or when they talk about decent cross, free kick. He was a player. He was a player. Fabio.
Great strike as well.
Cristiano Ronaldo or David Beckham?
Put him at right back. David Beckham.
Who tried that? Someone tried it, didn't they? Was it Peter Taylor? Not Peter Taylor. Who was the...
That could be good, yeah. That might be good.
Who was the England manager for one game?
I don't know.
Well, that was a good idea. Overlap across them balls in.
Come on, it weren't.
They'll do a Trent, innit? What Trent's doing now. He could just do that.
That's it.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. I'm going for Cristiano. I mean, it's a no-brainer. The guy was just unbelievable. That goal he scored, the free kick against Portsmouth. The first
so
time
close
I saw,
as well.
Yeah, it's like, what happened there? The goalkeeper was just standing there. It's like, okay, thanks. It's just unbelievable. Sorry.
I've never seen anything like it, to be fair. To lace the ball, knuckleball from that just outside the box, and it's over the wall and in. That's just not possible. You can't knuckleball from just outside the box, and you've done it.
It was Peter Taylor or Howard Wilkinson. It was one of them two that put David Beckham as a right wing back in the game.
Well, we're not playing that formation, so he can't play, mate. I'm sorry, because there's so many good players that I'm going to miss out now coming up to this front two. I ain't even thought about it. I need to look at them front two and just decide. I know who I know kind of.
Do you want to go through footage?
Get the videos down.
It's getting lost there.
It's going to be so hard, this is going to be hard. And I know there's going to be some variation here.
Cristiano Ronaldo or David Beckham?
Let it not be forgotten that David Beckham gave the 2 assists basically for the greatest moment as a Man United fan in the Nou Camp in '99 with them 2 corners. David Beckham was a masterful footballer. And look at the clubs he played for, you know what I mean? But we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. Zinedine Zidane used to be the player that I said is the greatest football player I've ever seen play football. And then Ronaldo has just gone above that and beyond that sort of level. Him and Messi, will we ever see the likes of that again? I don't know. Not together at the same time. I really don't know. They're above. I know Haaland's banging in goals, but he's a striker, you know, like these sort of players that are beyond the game almost. So, yeah, Cristiano for me all day, every day.
I think we will. I just don't know when. Because we probably didn't think we'd see another Maradona. We didn't think we'd see another Pele. We didn't think we'd see a Cruyff. And we're talking about
have we seen another Maradona?
No, we ain't seen another R9 either.
You'll never see the exact replicas, but we're talking about players that we're talking about are better.
No one's better than R9 though. But yeah, I don't think we'll see a better player than R9. No chance. He had every single thing that you have.
He's generally not in the conversations. Maybe cult hero.
Yeah, it's just because of the amount of years he's been playing, isn't it? That's all. And the injuries he got, and he didn't manage to continue for such a long time. But seriously, ask any top player in the world. They say they would not like to play against Ronaldo 9. That's the only player he's
Ask Rio.
I don't want to play him. No chance.
Yeah, Peak Ronaldo was something special.
Maldini, all them boys said, listen, this guy, he is football. That's what he is, football. That says it all. Remember Ibrahimovic saying it about him, and it's ridiculous. R9
right. Nathan, who is your first
R9.
striker?
R9.
Oh no! Not this one.
Nathan did his cheat code again.
Champ manager, man. Champ manager. Let me just.
Yeah, you know.
Wayne, this is tough. Actually, this is tough. Wayne Rooney.
Oh my goodness me.
Robin van Persie. Man United. Some of the forwards they had: Wayne Rooney, Robin van Persie, Andy Cole, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Dwight York, Eric Kentner, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Sorry, Ollie, you're not there. And Dimitar Berbatov.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Ollie,
don't know about that, mate.
Oh, we want to get serious now. Let's get serious.
He's a legend, mate.
Yeah?
He's a legend.
He is. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Where's Hernandez? Where's Chicharito?
Here we go. This is what I mean.
Where's
He's a legend
Zaha?
like Chicaritas. There we go. He's a legend like Zaha.
Was ridiculous. Oh my days.
Is Zaha the all-time top goal scorer for Manchester United and England?
Well, no,
he's not. No, well, for France. Oh, you want to be smart, do you? Thank you very much, Garth. See you later. It was nice having you. Toodle Pip. And Merry Christmas. There's a stark warning for who's got the eject button. All right? I run this show.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
You got Oh my God.
Nathan, who's your first pick?
Bring me that list up again, please.
That's so tough.
This is seriously tough, honestly. We're talking
You know
about...
You know, Ibrahimovic isn't on there either.
He's not going to get in there, yeah, but he's never in a conversation, Andy Cole, when we talk about top strikers in the Premier League era. Andy Cole's still like fourth in the all-time
third or fourth.
Yeah, but I think he's like your Inzaghi, innit? He's like your Inzaghi kind of player.
Yeah.
He scores all the time, but he's not going to be rated as the top level player. He was up there, but in terms of they're other levels.
I hear what you're saying, I hear what you're saying, but Inzaghi didn't pop volleys from the edge of the area and overhead kicks. Inzaghi was a fox in the box. And he did that a lot. Whereas Andy Cole scored outrageous goals.
Yeah, he did. He was
189 goals.
Yeah, it's a goal scoring machine. But what I'm saying is, when you look at the other players that you're talking about right now, there's another level of technical ability, another level to your, finishing. It's just ridiculous what we're looking at there. Can you bring that screen back up? Because I need to have a quick mention of someone.
Go on.
Right, a quick mention of Wayne Rooney, Van Persie, Andy Cole, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Eric Cantona.
The show's yours, mate.
I've just got to give a word for all of them because they're amazing. But On stats, come on, man. I think you've just got to get Wayne Rooney in there because his sheer body of work. The guy joined us from when he obviously very, very young from Everton. And since the day he joined, it's just goal scoring was ridiculous. He scored a whole load of goals. And it didn't stop until the end of his career. I know, very, very consistent, very strong. And, you know, he also played a bit like Roy Keane in terms of the tenacity, the work rate. That's what you want in a forward. Other forwards don't give you that as well as the amount of goals he scored. And playing for England, top scorer for England, top scorer for United, you can't leave him out of that team. He's got to be in the Premier League team.
When he was coming through as a 16-year-old, Nathan, I know when we hear of a youngster that's coming through at our level and people are like, was it like that when you was playing? Was it like, Wayne Rooney? Did you hear about him before he'd even kicked a ball in the men's game?
Yeah, we heard about him when he was playing youth team at Everton. And obviously everyone's like, this 16-year-old man. It's like, what? He's already a man and he's 16. He's like, he's ripping up. And then he comes on and he scores that absolute rippage worldie against Arsenal. Remember, the whip top bin. Yeah. And that's when you just see his arm come out. Whip! I was like, oh my gosh. And then he was like Superman on PES. It wasn't PES. It was International Superstar Soccer, whatever it was. But he was the man on that game. Oh my God.
Winning 11-4.
No, he wasn't in champ. He wasn't in champ when he first came out for Everton. That annoyed me. But he was in Premier League Football Manager. Remember that one, Gar?
Yeah.
The EA Sports one.
That went deep. That went deep. That one.
You could build camps in Brazil. Yes. What a game!
Yeah.
What a game!
He was serious, mate. From day one, you know, he was just serious. To be 16 and doing what he did. That's just ridiculous. And not many players have come since then. No, 16 playing like that and having an impact, and not many will. Simple.
Fabio, who's your first pick?
Rooney, 100%, definitely Rooney. I can't remember. One of his first games was against Fenerbahce, wasn't it?
His debut. Yeah.
Scored.
That's his debut. Hat trick. Yeah, hat trick on his debut.
Oh my God, this guy's a genius. Unbelievable player. He could play midfield as well. It's just like, what more could you ask for?
He was a joke.
Yeah. Fowler.
Unbelievable.
Real hard player.
Garth, who are you picking?
I've let my heart rule my head here. It had to be Rooney, really, but I've gone Van Nistelrooy. That's my first striker.
So you didn't pick Rooney?
I haven't got Rooney because I've got to have the other man in there. I've got to.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fabio, do you think Rooney is underrated when we talk about the best ever? Because he doesn't seem to come up in conversations. Even when we talk about who is it? The likes of Phil Foden, or when younger players come out, they automatically go to Gaza and they just totally miss Wayne Rooney and the fact that he was doing it from when he was 16.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've got no idea why that is. Rooney, 100% is the man. I mean, he's just got everything.
Yeah.
You know, you're watching that series that guy, was it Ansar did? And, you know,
street football.
Getting in the skip, controlling it from...
Going down from slow on it. Are you having a laugh?
Different class, honestly. He's just different. When that goal against... He's arguing with the ref, and then he's just walloped the ball in the back
Newcastle.
Of the net.
The volley, based of a goal.
Oh my God.
Robin van Persie.
Overhead kick.
Yeah.
Robin van Persie was...
Oh, yeah, the Man City overhead kick was lovely as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone else has scored an overhead kick like that. There's a witness right in the bottom of the corner.
A little further out, where it came.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
It was more like Zlatan Ibrahimovic for Sweden, weren't it, brothers? I remember.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. And I'm a goalkeeper as well. Just going to lay that one out there. All right. So, Garth, who did you go for? Traitor. Who did you go for?
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy. But Van Nistelrooy, I like a bagsman, and 220 games, 150 goals for Van Nistelrooy. If he hadn't fallen out with Fergie, what his numbers would have been saying ridiculous. So, yeah, as much as I love Wayne Rooney, I really do. I went with Ruud Van Nistelrooy as my first striker.
What was the story behind Ruud Van Nistelrooy leaving at Man United in the end?
Didn't it would come down to Ronaldo, didn't it? He got taken off for Ronaldo. No, he got left out of the League Cup final for Ronaldo. That's what it was. And he went mental at Fergie, and Fergie was like, Ronaldo's going to be the next best thing. You've got to go, basically. Stole him to Real Madrid for about 9.5 mil, 10.2 mil, something like that. Yeah. Madness. Like they ushered him out a bit like Stam so quickly. You didn't even know it happened almost.
Didn't he? He did that with, I think we were saying it earlier.
We were talking about that with Warren Barton, weren't we?
Yeah, that was it. It was
getting rid of the players at the right times to move them on, to then bring someone else in to go and kick on and continue the progression. So, I guess the only player that he did make a mistake with was letting Stam go too early. You know, he got the most out of Cristiano. He says, "Listen, give me another year." He got another year, and that was lovely. It was just lovely to know we're getting another year. You know, thank you, Cristiano. Thank you, lad.
We all like that. I was like, it was Cesc Fabregas, but it was a wasted year. It was pointless. Might as well have gone. Okay, Ruud van Nistelrooy's in there.
No, it's Rooney. No, it's Rooney. Yeah.
Wayne Rooney gets a spot. Final spot here. Van Nistelrooy still has a chance to be in that team. I've got a feeling he's not going to be. It's nearly time to au revoir. Those of you that don't know about the early Nike adverts, educate yourself.
Them Nike
advert was about.
Yeah, mate, them Nike adverts were the one.
Yes,
you don't get them anymore.
You don't. When they say, when us old men say, like they used to, there's a reason. There's a reason.
It's so true.
They don't.
True, though.
Those adverts, even the Brazilian one in the airport.
No, that's quality.
What?
The samurai one with
the free aside
Davids.
The free slide in the cage. In the cage is the best one.
The airport,
the one in the airport.
Yes.
Everything was
demons.
Yeah.
And then Beckham hitting the free kick through the hole, the little hole.
Yes.
It was sick.
Yes.
All these adverts are sick.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can you bring up my chart? Bring up my chart, please.
All right, here we go. So the final spot. Who is this going to? We have.
I need to give a special mention.
Van Persie. Go on.
So sick.
Go on.
Sick. Van Persie is so sick, yeah. But I can't put you in, lad. You know why? The one player that will always be in my team is the player I grew up watching and grew up pretending to be, even though I'm not the same colour. This guy is amazing. The guy carried Man United at times. He was the man, the talisman that everyone looked up to. He was a massive guy as well. He's over 6 foot. Mm-hmm. He was just, he fly kicked people in the stands. He could do what he wanted. This guy.
He did it well as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did so well.
He did
so well. He did it so well. But look, the guy is a legend at United. He was the reason why we won our first Premiership and the second, I think, as well. The guy was just ridiculous. He kept scoring, kept doing everything, kept scoring penalties. He was just a man. He's the reason why I have my penalty record as well, because I learned from someone who taught me how he does it. And since that day, I never missed another penalty in my pro career. So, and that was from my first club I played at. So thank you, Eric. Big Eric Cantona. You are in that spot. The man just off Rooney. Sit yourself up there. And Cantona, sit just behind him, please. A little bit off to the diag. A little bit off the diag. Not straight underneath. A bit off on the diag. That's where you're going inside. You know what
you think this is Football Manager, don't you? I just swear, if we could do an online 24/7 Football Manager game, game over.
Yeah, no, see me again.
I ended up getting a divorce because it just wouldn't work. I had to make a choice.
Man, he's getting in that team, mate.
You could play with two false nines.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney dropping into midfield.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Good,
Nathan, you're going to educate the kids out there of how you took this Eric Cantona penalty, which was the never misser.
Can I give away my things?
Trade secrets.
You're not playing anymore.
Trade secrets.
Yeah, I know, but it's giving it away, innit? It's giving it away. But listen, it's a straight run up. Nick Culkin came from Man United, came to Bristol Rovers. We was doing penalties at the end of the training session. And basically, I took first 5 pens. I was missing them because I missed a penalty in like a cup game against Everton, and we went to penalties or something. And I missed a penalty, so we was all doing penalties, and missed the first 5. He says, "Nate, listen, you got to do it like Cantona does it." I was like, "How does he do it?" And he was like, "He runs up dead straight, and he never looks at the ball because he knows where the ball is. If he's dead straight, the ball's always going to be right in front of him. Don't look down ever. Just watch the keeper, and as you get up to the ball, you just knock it to wherever the keeper isn't." So obviously I kind of adjusted, and I took about 45 penalties after that, and I scored them all against him. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm taking it like that from now on." But I adjusted mine a little bit. I obviously said to myself, right, I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going bottom left if the keeper does not move. But if he moves, I can just slot it in wherever. If he leans to that way, he cannot go that way. Even if he's that, he cannot go that way. So, and
That's
then I
too much
pull my foot
information.
back very slowly. Well, this is what it is in my mind. Look, you run up to the ball, pull your foot back very slowly, and as your foot's going back, he's already diving left or right. And then you can just pass it left or right.
Not me.
And if he isn't, you just slot it on corner.
I got tips from David Seaman, and
You can't be right about that, kid.
I'm saving that pen.
Kids,
I'm just saying.
you dive early, right? Before the ball
Nah.
hits, you have to dive.
No,
Right?
no,
If you
I
don't
don't.
dive, I'm putting it bottom corner hard. You can't save
We'll
it.
see. We'll see.
Oh, this is we've got to have the competition
We'll
at some
50
point.
penalties.
We'll see.
Take 50 penalties.
50 pens.
You'll
Look at you lot.
you'll-
This is
we'll
this
take
is why I was
50
worried.
penalties,
It's
And
Five
I'm
aside
quite
goals?
sure I'll score
It's-
at least 48 of them.
5-a-side, just call it a day. There's no way he's scoring past
No,
50
not
penalties
5-a-side,
in a
no
5-a-side. It's
Normal
not even
11-a-side
chance.
goal.
Not even a
I will
chance.
score at least 48 penalties out of 50.
Doesn't it
Are you
work in
serious?
5-a-side, mate?
Are you serious?
No, it works, but it's so tight. It's very difficult.
Are you serious? You reckon
Yeah,
you're scoring 48 penalties past me?
Out of 50.
Well, I've scored probably about 40, 35 or something penalties out for my whole career. Or 35
Did
or
you score any
35.
past the black Mark Crossley?
No,
No, you didn't.
no, not yet.
No, you didn't.
But I will
Not
do.
yet. We'll
Very
see.
soon.
We'll see. This has turned into a different kind of pod.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Back to United. Back to United. Sorry, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about Eric.
All right. So, who we got in? Eric Kentner. All right. Fabio. Who
Yeah,
you got?
Eric Cantona, unbelievable player. Yeah, same as me, Nath. I modelled myself on him and Baggio. That was my favourite
Yeah.
player.
Baggio.
Him as
Yeah.
well.
What
What
a player.
a player.
Roberto
Holy
Baggio.
cow. And
The
then
Baggio
my
7.
era afterwards.
Unbelievable.
Did- Oh, you was that kid, 100%, Fabio. You was that
Yeah.
kid. Oh, Fabio, show him the Baggio 7. He's
Baggio
bosh,
7.
bosh, bosh, bosh,
With
bosh,
the
bosh,
Coca-Cola balls, they're about this small.
yeah. 100%.
No, Cantona, unbelievable player. He was just different class, and 100% gets into this team. Van Nistelrooy was a great player,
Yeah, he was,
but
yeah.
Cantona is just, it's just different. I mean, people talk about his fitness being just on a different level.
Mhm.
His running ability and his speed is like really deceiving. He's
Mhm.
quick
Yeah.
up there and he's quick on the pitch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely Cantona gets in the team for me.
Yeah, I think he was one of the early pioneers of fitness, coming in from France, seeing the English ways and the big breakfasts, and he's like, "What is this rubbish?" He's doing the extra training, extra running. So yeah, 100%. Garth, Eric Cantona.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out to the two strikers that used to play with him back in the day, which is Brian McClare and Mark Hughes, because I used to love both of those strikers. They don't come close.
Brian
Yeah,
McClare's
Chocky and Sparky. Mark Hughes,
the
people
hold-up
forget.
king as well. Mark Hughes,
Yeah,
the
people-
hold-up king.
Yeah, some of the goals Mark Hughes scored in them early 90s were
Beast.
ridiculous goals. You know what I mean? The scissor kicks and everything. But yeah, it's Eric Cantona. He's my first idol for Man United. You know what I mean? Like, it's the first proper Man United idol I had, Eric Cantona. So
Who else hasn't been mentioned there? Dimitar Berbatov, Dwight
yeah,
York,
good player.
another class player, Dwight York.
Teddy Sheringham.
Teddy Sheringham's not in there. RVP, but he was only
Yeah.
there for what? Like, he only really
three
did it for like
seasons,
2
maybe.
seasons.
Yeah,
Didn't he?
3 seasons.
He was
I think,
unbelievable,
yeah.
though, man. He was next level, so.
Yeah,
he
but
was
he's not
next
your
level.
player. He was an Arsenal player. Like, let's be
Yeah, he's my
serious.
player. He was
let's
my
be
favourite
serious.
Arsenal
He was
player.
he had an
That
extended loan
time.
to you lot.
Definitely won the league with Man United, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
You're on thin ice, bro. I doing just hovering over that remove button again? What are you doing to me? The hell, you give me a headache.
So,
All right.
Michael Owen, you forget about Michael Owen as well. He played there for a hot minute, didn't he, up front for Man United?
Leave him out of there.
And the
What a
team
team
is
that is.
complete. What a team.
Can I just add a player that I think Tevez was a really good player.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
Not even in a list.
Why is he not on this
Yeah.
list?
I don't get it. At what position would you put him anyway? Is he up
Every
front? Is he on
position.
the right?
He's got to go up front.
Because he could do either of the two, couldn't he? He was an amazing work rate. He was like another kind of Rooney, similar kind of player. Remember when they both was up front? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. They
Yeah.
were up front together, weren't they?
With Ronaldo, all three of them. Tevez,
Yeah,
Ronaldo, and Rooney. Yeah,
That's a joke.
Man.
What a team.
joke.
I think
That's
got
when
to be a pod. That one, the best strike forces, the best midfield combinations. Definitely.
I don't know who would beat that team. Like, who would really be able to beat that team? That's just a ridiculous team. Like, seriously. They playing right now. They'd batter everybody. Yeah, they would.
I mean, I could put together a team.
The Juventus
It's a-
team of the mid-90s with Davids and Zidane and whoever had
Del
centre
Piero,
back.
all of them.
Yeah, Del Piero. Yeah, the
Trezeguet
mid-90s
up
Juventus
front.
team. Yeah, oof,
Yeah.
oof. Was it Thuram at right back as well? Like,
Oh
yeah,
my
I mean,
gosh. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah.
You just
was
wanted
it-
to get to ramming it, didn't you?
Yeah, desperate, bro.
He's been dying to talk about Thuram on a pod.
Was it
Oh, what
Persie in
a
goal as well? Like, what a
Yeah.
team that was.
Yes.
They had Van der
yes.
Sar at one point. You like Van der Sar?
Yeah,
Yeah,
He went to
Juventus.
didn't they?
He
went to
won the
Fulham.
won the Champions League 3 times, didn't he? Once with Ajax, once with Juventus, once with Man United, Van der Sar. So, he was quality, man.
Yeah, and he's not in this team.
Who's the centre
got
back now with his name with C? Costa.
Chiellini.
The other one.
Chiellini.
Oh,
No, it's Costa Curta, wasn't
Costa Curta and
it? No, that's
Cannavaro.
from now.
That's
Milan.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Cannavaro.
Cannavaro.
Oh, yeah.
Cannavaro, Nesta. Oh, them two were the best. Nesta and Cannavaro. They were
Yeah, Cannavaro wasn't even tall. He was quite
Yeah,
short, weren't he?
like 5'9" or something, 5'8". He was
Yeah,
killing it.
Would never get anywhere near one of my teams.
No, you know, I was just thinking.
I'm not having a centre back under 6 foot. Get out of
They're
it.
5'8". I might allow
What,
5'11".
stick Georgie Campos in goal, yeah? Nah. What is this?
Happy and Barthez.
Fabio Barthez in goal.
Tiny guy.
All right, so we've got our team there. It's Peter Schmeichel in goal, Gary Neville at right back, Rio Ferdinand at centre back with Yap Stam, Dennis Erwin at left back, Cristiano Ronaldo at right midfield, Paul Scholes and Roy Keane in the centre, Ryan Giggs on the left, Eric Cantona and Wayne Rooney up front. What a team that is. What a team. All right. Thank you very much for that tonight, guys.
It's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good. That's good.
No worries. All right. Thank you very much for everyone who joined us and that took part in today. We've got Steve in there, King Eric, and Anthony. Yeah, that is all we have time for. Unfortunately, Natalie couldn't come in. She was on another pod. It's all good. It's all good. We'll get her on soon. We will get her on soon. All right. Thanks for joining us tonight, Nathan.
Thanks a lot. It's been great.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight, Fabio.
Take care, boys. Thanks a lot.
And thank you for joining us tonight, Garth.
No, thanks for having me. Been a pleasure. Happy Christmas, everyone.
All right. And there we go.
Happy holidays,
Christmas.
lad.
Happy
There we
holidays.
go.
Happy holidays,
There we go.
mate.
Happy holidays.
Yes. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.